Hey, shalom, 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 Yeshua and world. I am brother every Ezekiel,
Brother Chris.
and we're back at it again for part 4. Is Christ God or the Son of God only? And we're just getting through this. I know some of you guys on here already know, who already understand what he is and stuff. But like I said, I have to do this for everybody's clarification, because I do have other religions watching this and things, so which should give them some understanding as well. Okay, we're gonna start off today in John chapter 5 and verse 16, and we're just gonna pick up here. All right, go ahead, Ella.
John the 5th chapter verse 16. And therefore did the Jews persecute Yeshua and sought to slay him, because he had done these things on the Sabbath day. But Yeshua answered them, My Father worketh hitherto, and I work.
So he said, my Father worketh here too, and I work. He didn't say, well, I work here. Okay? He included his Father. So once again, this is showing to prove that he's not God. But go ahead.
Therefore the Jews sought the more to kill him, because he not only had broken the Sabbath, but said also that Ahiah was his father, and making himself equal with Ahiah.
Now, mind you, right here from my Old Testament, brothers, the Pharisees had said he made himself equal with the Most High. Christ didn't say he was equal with the Most High ever. He never said that. So when you guys argue about, Paul's writing in Philippians and Ephesians, it says that Christ was equal to God. No, he didn't. He's not equal with the Most High. Because then how can he say, then he's contradicting himself when he said the servant is not higher than the master. Okay? So with that being said, no, he never said it. The Pharisees are saying this right here. Okay? But go ahead.
Verse 19. Then answered Yeshua and said unto them, Verily, verily, I say unto you, the Son of Man, the Son can do nothing of himself.
The Son can do nothing of himself. So he's letting you know he never made himself equal, because if he was equal with God, then what does he need God for? He could just do it himself. This is coming out of Christ's own mouth. Like, come on, man. See, I told you guys ain't reading every little thing. You guys do this. You scan through it. You're scanning and scanning just to see a debate. But you're not reading to learn. So you're making accusations and you're putting words in a man's mouth, even if you believe he was made up or not. The fact of the matter is you're putting words in his mouth, so you're breaking the commandments right there. Right. That's right. Adding on. But go read that again, Elder.
Verse 19, Then said Yeshua and said unto them, Then answered Yeshua and said unto them, Verily, verily, I say unto you, the Son can do nothing of himself, but what he seeth the Father do. For what things soever he doeth, these also doeth the Son likewise.
Right. And even on a carnal level, if the son is watching his dad fixing cars and things like that his whole life, guess what the son is going to do? He's going to be fixing cars his life as well. He's learning all these things because he's picking it up from who? Dad. Carnal stuff right here. This is a carnal breakdown. Okay? Go ahead.
For the Father loveth the Son, and showeth him all things that himself doeth.
For a father showeth all things to his son, for he loveth them and things. So why wouldn't you want to pass on your knowledge to your children? Well, guess what? You learn not to do that from these other nations, teaching them not to pass down anything, to stay selfish. When I die, I'm taking it with me. That's what a lot of these nations do. That's why a lot of other nations, they be killing off their own people just to get inheritance and things like that. Okay? But anyways, keep reading, Elder.
For the Father loveth the Son, and showeth him all things that himself doeth, and he will show him greater works than these, that ye might marvel. For as the Father raiseth up the dead, and quickeneth them, even so the Son quickeneth whom he will.
So even Elijah did the same thing. Go read on Elijah. The Most High had the power on Elijah to bring back that boy from the dead. You could believe that story, but you can't believe this one. I don't understand that. But go ahead, Elder.
Verse 22. For the Father judges no man, but hath committed all judgment unto the Son, that all men should honor the Son, even as they honor the Father. He that honoreth not the Son honoreth not the Father, which has sent him.
Which has sent him. So once again, Christ isn't God. Okay? So if you don't show honor to the Son, then bam. Just on a carnal level, again, if you were over in Abu Dhabi or Dubai, I'm just using this because I was over there. Guess what? When the Sultan is gone, guess who's in charge? The Prince. And if you don't show reverence to the Prince while he's there, off. Or your little phalanges get cut off. Or whatever the case may be, whatever punishment they want to bring down. Because the father, the Sultan, has that much belief in the Prince, his son, to run everything while he's gone. Carnal level, again, a carnal teaching, again. It's known, it's a known fact. You guys have to see these things. So whatever that Sultan does, the son is going to do the same thing. He's going to rule the same way how his dad may be ruling, depending on if they have depending on how they're upraised and things like that. Because some of them, they want to get their father out the way so they could be king, you know. But go ahead, Elder.
Verse 24. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that heareth my word and believeth on him that sent me hath everlasting life.
That sent me, once again. So how can Christ send himself? Go ahead.
And shall not come into condemnation, but is passed from death unto life. Verily, verily, I say unto you, the hour is coming, and now is, when the dead shall hear the voice of the Son of the Most High, and they that hear shall live. For as the Father hath life in himself, so hath he given to the Son to have life in himself, and hath given him authority to execute judgment also, because he is the Son of Man. Marvel not at this, for the hour is coming, in the which all that are in the grave shall hear his voice, and shall come forth, they that are done good, unto the resurrection of life, but they that have done evil, unto the resurrection of damnation.
Right there. So it showed and proved, once again, that Christ said he is not God. He cannot do anything on himself. He has limitations, just like every man on here. Only way you don't have limitations if the Most High allows you to do certain things. Same thing, Moses, everybody all the way down to Maccabees and stuff. They all had limitations. Okay, so the Most High allowed them to do these things. And guess what? The people didn't worship him. They worshiped the Most High. That's why he said, the light that's in you and stuff, let your light so shine before men to know your good works, to glorify your Father which is in heaven. It's to give glory to the Father and stuff. Because you're doing the task that he's asking you to do. Whether it's Christ or just Elder or any of the brethren or myself. Okay? So, one second. Wait, you got a pen? Thank you. Yeah, I need a pen over there because I gotta check this off so I don't do a repeat. Salakia. All right. The next verse 30. We're reading this all the way down to verse 47.
Verse 30?
Mm-hmm.
Verse 30 said, I could of my own self do nothing as I hear. I judge.
I can of my own self do nothing. Christ is telling you out of his own mouth, I cannot do anything without the Most High. If the Most High says do, I can do it. But if he doesn't say I can't do it, then I can't do it. And if I try to force myself to do it, then guess what? I'm going against his will. I'm fighting against the grain. Okay, go ahead.
I can of myself do nothing. As I hear, I judge. And my judgment is just, because I seek not my own will, but the will of the Father which has sent me.
I don't know how many times all these scriptures is telling you Christ is not God. He's not doing his own will. He's doing the will of the Father who sent him. Plain and simple. It's not rocket scientists. You guys, once again, got to get out them dogmas of being taught by religion, sects, and things, thinking that Christ is God and you have to worship him and stuff. No. No, 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 no. So let's come on, people, get it together. Let's go.
Verse 31. If I bear witness of myself, my witness is not true.
If I bear witness of myself, my witness is not true. Okay? He's letting you know the testimony he's bringing forth is of the Father. Plain and simple. Go ahead.
There is another that beareth witness of me, and I know that the witness which he witnesses is of me is true. Ye sent unto John, and he bare witness unto the truth. But I received not testimony from man, but these things I say, that ye might be saved. He was a burning and a shining light, and ye were willing for a season to rejoice in his light. But I have greater witness than that of John. For the works of the Father hath given me to finish. The same works that I do bear witness of me, that the Father has sent me. And the Father himself, which has sent me, hath borne witness of me. Ye have neither heard his voice at any time, nor seen his shape. And ye have not his word abiding in you. For whom he hath sent, him ye believe not. Search the scriptures, for in them you think ye have eternal life. And that are they which testify of me. And ye will not come to me, that ye might have eternal life.
Man,
that ye might have life.
Yep, keep going. 47.
41. And I receive not the honor from men, but I know you, that ye have not the love of the Most High in you. I come in my Father's name, and you receive me not. If another shall come in his name, in his own name, him you will receive.
Right. Cats in your own man-made titles and things. I'm such and such. I'm this and I'm that. Y'all will receive what he says, and he spun it to the point where you thought it was actually true of what these man-made title men been saying in the community today. You will always agree with what they say and things, but you won't agree with what the actual book says. That's a very big problem. And the people are gullible, even in Israel. Y'all gullible to listen to what another man will tell you. You're going to lay your own salvation in another man's hands. I tell you that the law says this, that, and the other, and can show and prove to you, and you still are not convinced, even reading it for yourself in plain sight, because you've been taught and brainwashed and programmed by such men to say, no, that's not what it means. It actually means this. Wrong. But hey, I did my part. I'm done. I washed my hands of it. Have a good day. So when that time of judgment comes, don't sit there and try to point, well, he didn't say this. Well, he told me this and he told me that. I didn't know. You set up men to have to be leaders for us and things like the Most High. I'm like, I didn't set them up. Your comforter was right there in your hands. The Bible. There's your teacher right there. Or did you forget my scripture says that let the word be true and every man a liar.
Yeah.
But anyways, continue, Elder.
43, going back, I'm going to go down. I am come in my Father's name, and you receive me not. If another shall come in his own name, him you will receive. How can you believe, which receive honor one of another, and seek not the honor that come from a higher owner?
Hey, shalom, Elder. Man, that was really deep of what you said the other day, man. Hey, brother, man, that good job, man. You got to keep bringing it out and stuff, man. Yeah, hey, listen to what Elder's saying, yo. We got to come back, listen to what Elder telling the truth. Hey, look, brother Luis is telling the truth or something. Hey, yes, praise y'all, yes.
It ain't happening.
Honor for one another and stuff. Instead of saying, man, you know what? The water, my heavenly Abba, as I give you all praise and blessing and glory to you for the knowledge you have given me and the servants you put down here and stuff. And then some of y'all will fake it and just to save face in front of people and things and don't mean it at all. You know, so some of y'all claim you're clean on the outside and stuff. You're a clean cup, but you dirty as ever in the inside. And then the crazy part is you may see somebody who may be dirty and stuff and not knowing that he's clean on the inside or she's clean on the inside. Well, what sense does that make? The Messiah he wasn't a good looking man. He didn't have flashing garments on and things like that.
He had a dirty tunic.
You know, they didn't even believe him. Like, man, this can't be the truth. This can't be him. How is this the Messiah? How is this God's son? Come on, dude. Yeah, because you ain't got ears to hear and eyes to see. Okay? But go ahead, Elder.
Verse 45. Do not think that I will accuse you to the Father. There is one that accuseth you, even Moses, in whom you trust. For had ye believed Moses, you would have believed me, for he wrote of me. Mm-hmm. But if you believe not his writings, how shall you believe my words?
Wow. How can you believe in his words if you don't believe in Moses? And guess what? Wow. Yasha Allah, Israel, you cats in the camps and things like that. Guess what? You guys don't even believe in Moses' writings. Mm-hmm. Literally, you don't. Oh, Leviticus chapter 11, the dietary laws. Deuteronomy 14 and the whole chapter of the dietary laws and things. Oh, we got to keep the law. We got to keep the commandments. We got to keep the feast days. But you disregard every other law that's in there. Because you allow the man to sit there and tell you, well, we don't have to worry about that because we don't have A, B, and C, and D, and E, and F, and G. You don't have to learn that. Really? You don't have to learn that? See, this is why when he was speaking this to them, because guess what? They didn't even believe in Moses' writings because why? They weren't taught it. They didn't have the scrolls because of the Pharisees and the scribes holding on to the scrolls. They were the authority. And they knew better. They wouldn't teach nobody because they didn't want them to overcome them or receive blessings as well. They lied. That's why Christ was saying this right here. And this is going on till today. You don't care about Moses' writings. Like I said, you let the men pedestal you, and you pedestal these men who's teaching you philosophy and false teachings and stuff. Till this day. Like I said, men in certain camps, you don't want to teach so-called polygyny. Because why? You're worried about the sister saying, no, that's sinful, that's lust. And you taught them to say that's sinful and that's lust. That is not sinful and that's not lust. Especially if you do it according to the scriptures. Now you lied on the Most High's name and make his word in vain and everything. Then y'all be teaching about the Gentiles ain't getting no salvation. They all gonna die and things like that. They're not written in the old. You guys be lying, man.
Happy campers.
So you don't even believe in Moses' writings. This is what we're trying to tell everybody. And y'all brainwashed. A lot of y'all that I do talk to and stuff, you're programmed to their tune. You listen to everything that they say do. But you won't listen to what the book says. And then you look at us, when we bring out the truth, according to the book only, we demons, we devils and things like that. I never read that. That's the point. You ain't never read it. So how can you believe in Christ and not believe in the laws that the Most High that Christ actually gave to Moses? Like I said, man, y'all priorities is really messed up out here. I know I went on a tangent, but this is a shown and proved thing right here. Christ never said he was God. Christ always said he didn't do the will of himself. He did the will of the one of his Father, the one that sent him. All these stupid arguments that's out here about this and about that and this and that. Because a lot of y'all don't read in context neither. Y'all want to take the time out and read the Hebrew and stuff. And then, since y'all are the ones that's on that level where us brothers have to come out to teach y'all because y'all the flocks, you still don't want to accept it. You're only dancing to a certain tune of a certain man because you laid your faith, your salvation in that man. And not knowing he's a wicked shepherd. But anyways, sorry, no, I ain't even sorry about that. It gotta be said. Let's go to John chapter 6 and verse 1 through 13.
1 through 13?
Yes, sir.
John chapter 6, verse 1. And after these things, Yeshua went over to the Sea of Galilee, which is the Sea of Tiberias. And a great multitude followed him, because they saw his miracles which he had done on them that were diseased. And Yeshua went up into a mountain, and there he sat with his disciples. And the Passover, a feast of the Jews, was nigh. excuse me, and the Passover feast of Israel was nigh. When Yeshua then lifted up his eyes and saw a great company come up unto him, he said to Philip, when shall we buy bread, that these may eat? And this he said to prove him, for he himself knew what he would do. Philip answered him, 200 pennyworth of bread is not sufficient for them, that every one of them may take a little. One of the disciples, Andrew, Simon Peter's brother, said unto him, there is a lad here which has 5 barley loaves and 2 small fishes. But what are they among so many? And Isaiah said, make the men sit down. And there was much grass in the place. So the men sat down, and number about 5,000. And Yeshua took the loaves, and when he had given thanks...
Wait, he did what?
And Yeshua took the loaves, and when he had given thanks...
Who's he giving thanks to? Who's he giving thanks to? Is he giving thanks to himself? Guess what? That's written in the law somewhere. Go find it. I'm not going to tell you where it is in the so-called 613 laws. Go find it. Find out what happens when you eat your filling and stuff, and see what you're supposed to do after you get done eating it. Go find out, because I'm not finna tell you guys where it's at. Nope. As being a teacher and stuff, go find it out for yourself. I'm giving you a hint. It's in the law somewhere, and I gave you a hint saying what happens when you get done eating. Go look for it. But go ahead, Ellen.
And when Yeshua took the loaves, and when he had given thanks, he distributed to the disciples. And the disciples took to them that were set down, and likewise of the fishes as much as they would. And when they were filled, he said unto his disciples, gather up the fragments that remain, that nothing be lost. Therefore they gathered them together, and filled 12 baskets with the fragments of the 5 barley loaves, which remained over and above unto them that had eaten.
So wait a second. So this is a miracle coming from the Most High. After he gave thanks to the Most High and things. All this stuff, everybody was able to eat. The fish multiplied and the bread multiplied and stuff. So this seems like this could be a work of devils. But once again, you can't believe, you could believe that manna, physical manna, fell out the sky, in the desert, and they were eating it. When our ancestors were eating it. You could believe that Moses took a rod and smitten a rock, and all this water came gushing out in the middle of the desert. But you can't believe that this man who gave thanks to the Most High, and the Most High, and showing forth his power and stuff to be marveled, he multiplied fishes and bread so everybody may eat. Once again, y'all priorities is messed up. But once again, this was given thanks to the Most High. Christ wasn't thanking himself. Okay? But go, was that it? Yeah, that was it on that. Jump to verse 26 through 40.
John,
Same chapter.
6th chapter, verse 26.
Mm-hmm.
And Yeshua answered them and said, verily, verily, I say unto you, ye seek me, not because ye saw the miracles, but because ye did eat of the loaves and were filled.
Just like some black folks, man. I'm just seeing you because I'm hungry, man. Shoot, but go ahead, elders.
Labor not for the meat which perisheth, but for that meat which endureth unto everlasting life, which the Son of Man shall give unto you. For him hath Ahia the Father sealed.
For him has Ahia the Abba sealed. Not Christ himself sealed it himself. Not the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit sealed it in himself. No. The Father, the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Continue, Ella.
Verse 28, then said they unto him, what shall we do that we might work the works of Ahia?
That we might do the works of Ahia. No, are you sure it doesn't say the works of Jesus?
The works of Ahia.
The works of the Son of God.
The works of the Most High.
The works of the Messiah.
The works of I am that I am.
Okay, not of himself. I just want to make this clear. Because our people are stiff-necked and they act like they didn't hear what was said. Okay? That's why we got in the predicament we're in today. But go ahead.
Verse 29. Yeshua answered and said to them, this is the work of the Most High, that ye believe on him whom he hath sent.
For whom the Most High has sent. Not Christ sending himself. I'm God in the flesh. Go ahead.
Verse 30. They said therefore unto him, what sign showest thou then, that we may see and believe thee? What dost thou work? Our father did eat manna in the desert, and it is written, he gave them bread from heaven to eat. Then Yeshua said unto them, verily, verily, I say unto you, Moses gave you not that bread from heaven, but my Father giveth you the true bread from heaven.
But my Father give you the true bread from heaven. Not Moses, my Father. Christ is saying this again. He didn't say himself. Okay? Go ahead.
Verse 33. For the bread of Ahiah is he which cometh down from heaven, and giveth life unto the world. Then said they unto him, Lord, evermore give us this bread. And Yeshua said unto them, I am the bread of life. He that cometh to me shall never hunger, and he that believeth on me shall never thirst.
Listen to what he's saying. The words is the food. It's the water. Not eating his flesh and drinking his blood. Listen, it's the words that he's speaking. It's giving you life. It's feeding you the bread. It's giving you the everlasting water, the living waters. That's what he's trying to tell you.
Hold on. I thought the communion was it.
Wrong. Ain't no dang on communion. Not putting that little circle thing in your tongue and stuff and sipping on a little wine. Get that Catholicism, that Dagon type of teachings up out of here. You know? But once again, pay attention to what he's saying. Everybody's looking for this physical stuff. Oh yeah, well, I'm waiting for the manna to fall out too. I've been praying and asking, where's it at? You know what? I'm going back to eat my flesh. See, this is the problem. Especially with Muslims, non-Messianics and things. You guys are not, and Christians, you guys are not listening to what he's saying. The laws is telling you all these things right here. That's why if you knew all the laws, you could understand clearly what he's saying. I don't need some other book. I don't even need the language. And I'm not trying to boast, but I don't like some guys that do know the language. When I speak some of this stuff, he's like, you're speaking the language in this, that, and the other. This is what it means right here. The breakdown you did is because they could see that spirit of the Most High is in us and things like that. Okay? So this is why it's plain to me. The puzzle is plain. That's why I could piece this stuff together with no problem. It took a while. It's taken a walk, and I'm still learning. I don't know everything to this stuff. I mean, that's why I keep coming out with as many lessons as I can to help everybody else out there so you can understand these things. This is a sacrifice that I'm doing to take the time out for you guys. That's the love of thy brethren as thyself. Okay? I don't got to fake the funk here like some individuals that I know in this world. Okay? But anyways, continue, Elder.
Verse 36. But I said unto you that ye believe, that ye also have seen me and believe not. All that the Father giveth me shall come to me, and him that cometh to me I will no wise cast out. For I came down from heaven not to do mine own will, but the will of him that sent me.
So, how is he God once again when he just said, I came down from heaven not to do my own will, but the will of him that sent me? Christians, how is he God? Muslims, well, excuse me, I'm sorry. Stop with the debates about Christ being God. I'm showing you all this stuff, okay? But go ahead.
Verse 39. And this is the Father's will, which has sent me, that of all which he hath given me, I shall lose nothing, but shall raise it up again at the last day. And this is the will of him that sent me, that everyone which seeth the Son and believeth on him may have everlasting life. And I will raise him up at the last day.
You know what? I'm gonna hit you guys with something. Even Old Testament, non-Messianic. I'm gonna hit you guys with something. As the law says about in Deuteronomy 18. As a matter of fact, go to Deuteronomy 18 and we'll come back to this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Deuteronomy 18. And I want verse, I know it's 18, but I just want to make sure I want to start at a specific point. Start at verse 17, please.
How far? Just keep reading.
No, start at verse 15, Salakia. 15 all the way to the end of the chapter, 15 to 22.
Deuteronomy 18th chapter, starting at verse 15. Ahiah, thy God will raise up unto thee a prophet from the midst of thee, of thy brethren, like unto me. Unto him ye shall hearken.
And no, this is not Muhammad, Islam. No, amongst thy brethren, the nation of Israel. No, this is not a cousin. Okay? No sons of Ishmael. Okay? El Akabut, the surah, the spider, tells you that. Verse 27 or 29 tells you that. Okay? Prophecy was only given to Israel. Ishmael is not from Israel. Okay? So, go ahead.
Verse 16. According to all that ye desireth of the Most High thy God in Horeb in the day of the assembly, saying, let me not hear again the voice of the Most High my God. Neither let me see this great fire any more, that I die not.
Hebrew.
And Ahiah said unto me, they have well spoken that which they have spoken. I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto thee, and will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him. And it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto my words, which he shall speak in my name, I will require it of him. But the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, or shall speak in the name of other gods, even that prophet shall die. And if thou say in thine heart, how shall we know the word which the higher hath not spoken? When the prophet speaketh in the name of the Most High, if the thing followeth not, nor come to pass, that is the thing which the Most High hath not spoken, but the prophet hath spoken it presumptuously. Thou shalt not be afraid of him.
So this is the law of a prophet and such. So Islam, whether you believe that Christ is just a prophet and not the son of God, guess what? This prophet said, I am the son of the true and living God. So according to your surahs, you are an infidel because you don't believe in what this prophet actually said. You try to say, well, he never said, see, they added this and they added that, and Christ never said he was the son of God. Bull. Your whole book is based off of the Bible. No Bible, no Quran. Quran or Quran means to recite. So you're only reciting everything before this. Old Testament non-Messianics. Once again, show and prove right here. Any blasphemy thing that Christ has said, even if he's made up, show and prove to me from Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Show me where he added on to the laws, took away from the laws, and blasphemy by saying himself that he's God himself or anything. And then show me in the law where it says a blasphemy to say that you are the son of the true and living God. Show and prove that to me in the laws. Because trust me, I know the laws. And it's not even in there. So how can he be doing sin if it's not even written in the law to say, if thou say I'm the son of the true and living God, thou shalt surely die and be put to death in your blood upon your own head. Show where it says that. If you can't show it, hush. But anyways, let's get back to John. Just want to prove a point.
We just finished between 6 to 40 to 16.
Let's jump to John 7 and verse 14 through 24. I'm going right down the line here.
14 through 24?
Yes, sir.
John, the 7th chapter, verse 14. Now, about the midst of the feast of now about the midst of the feast, Yeshua went up unto the temple and taught. And the Jews marveled, saying, How knoweth these men letters, having never learned?
So they're asking him, how does he know this stuff and they ain't even learn from us? Remember, they have all the letters, the scribes, the scrolls. They have all that authority. That's why they're like, dang, how does he know this stuff? And still they didn't want to believe. Because it's the Most High that taught him this. And not only he knew this before you was even creative. Before you was even thought of. Okay? But go ahead.
Yeshua answered them and said, My doctrine is not mine.
My what?
My doctrine is not mine.
My doctrine is not mine. Go ahead.
But he is that sent me.
But his that sent me. So, but I never heard Christ say, Yah. Guess what? Every God word that's in the New Testament, it's Yah, or Ahaya, or Yahuwah, or Yahweh, Yahweh. But you can't get past that because you said, well, he never said that. He's always saying Father. Well, guess what? In the Old Testament, every word is Lord in there. So how many times is Yah spoken in the Old Testament? Show it. Y'all stop playing these semantics, man. But go ahead.
Verse 17. If any man would do this, would do his will, he shall know the doctrine, whether it be of the Most High, or whether I speak of myself.
Mm-hmm.
He that speaketh of himself seeketh his own glory.
See, him that speaketh himself seeketh his own glory. Go ahead.
But he that seeketh his glory, that sent him, the same is true, and no unrighteousness is in him. Did not Moses give you the law, and yet none of you keepeth the law?
See, dang. He's letting you know right now, Pharisees. Moses gave us the law, and ain't none of y'all keeping it. None of y'all. That's why he was sent. To reprove y'all. Same thing today. Just like brothers out here telling you guys to keep the laws. Teaching you the laws because your so-called leaders don't want to teach you those things. Because guess what? You're afraid that they're going to walk away and there go bye-bye to your money. Now you got to get you a real job and work for your own and stop feeding off the people by using the scriptures in the New Testament. Oh, well, everybody brings it in. Here's the treasury and things like that. And then not even teaching the people. The money goes back to the people in need according to the law. That's written in Paul's writings that you're getting that from. Man, y'all ain't fooling me. Y'all wish these videos won't be coming out anymore. Tell you that much. But go ahead, Elder.
Why go ye about to kill me? The people answered and said, Thou hast a devil. Who goeth about to kill thee? Yeshua answered and said unto them, I have done one work, and ye all marvel. Moses therefore gave unto you circumcision, not because it is of Moses, but of the fathers. And ye on the Sabbath day circumcise a man. If a man on the Sabbath day receive circumcision, that the law of Moses should not be broken, are you angry at me? Because I have made a man every whit whole on the Sabbath day. Judge not according to the appearance, but judge righteous judgment.
According to the law. Go back to Deuteronomy. No, not right now, but I'm just saying for them. But was that it on there?
That was it on there.
Oh yeah, that's 24. Okay. Jump to verse 28 and 29. Same chapter.
John chapter 7 and verse 28. Then cried Yeshua in the temple as he taught, saying, You both know me, and you know whence I am, and I am not come of myself, but he that sent me is true, whom you know not.
Man, once again, man, I don't know how many times you got to keep saying that Christ is not God, man. And he keeps saying that he's not here to do his own will. Okay? Go ahead.
But I know him, for I am from him, and he hath sent me.
Plain and simple. But ye workers of iniquity, you are your was it the your father is of the devil, ye workers of iniquity, like it tells you in 1 John or whatever that is. For you are a liar and things like that. So yeah, your father ain't the Most High, it's Satan. But anyways, let's jump to John chapter 8, verse 12 through 19. Like I said, this is gonna be a long lesson. I don't care, man. It's gonna be a couple of parts, but this should end all this stuff. You guys want to take the time out to watch it and stuff. But heck, even with that, Christ said they will receive not one of their own. But go ahead. John 8.
John chapter 8, verse 12
through 19. Yep.
Then spake Yeshua again and said unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. The Pharisees therefore said unto him, Thou bearest record of thyself, thy record is not true. Yeshua answered and said unto them, Though I bear record of myself, yet my record is true. For I know whence I came and whither I go, but ye cannot tell whence I come and whither I go. Ye judge after the flesh, I judge no man. And yet, if I judge, my judgment is true, for I am not alone, but I and the Father that sent me. It is also written in your law that the testimony of two men is true. I am one that bear witness of myself, and the Father that sent me bear witness of me. Then said they unto him, Where is thy Father? Yeshua answered, Ye neither know me, nor my Father. If you had known me, you should have known my Father also.
So right here, so real quick, he's speaking on when it says the two witnesses. Now people say, well, how can you include the Most High as being your witness? According to the law, you need two or more witnesses. All right, so show and prove to me the prophet that needed another witness to claim that he was a prophet. Show it to me in the law where this man is a prophet of the Most High. Where's the witnesses that Ezekiel said, I'm a prophet? Where's the other witnesses that said this man is is a prophet of the Most High? Or any of the other prophets? Show and prove it. When they came and said, I am a prophet of the Most High, the creator of heaven and earth, and so forth and so on. You need to do this. You need to do that. So where's the other witness for them? If you can't show that, then, hey, then you guys got to be quiet. Okay? I'm just showing points, facts here in the scripture. I ain't got to pull anything else out to show and prove what Christ was saying. So he's not sinning here. And we're almost done with all of John. We're about to go into Paul's writings and stuff, which I don't really deal with Paul's writings. But I'm going to go in there just so you guys can understand his words on some of the stuff. And then we'll dig in deep about the insertions and stuff later. Okay? But let's jump to verse 21 and 32, same chapter.
21 through 32?
Yes, sir.
John, the 8th chapter, verse 21. Then said Yeshua again unto them, I go my way, and ye shall seek me, and shall die in your sins. Whether I go, you cannot come. Then said the Jews, will he kill himself, because he said, whether I go, ye cannot come? And he said to them, Ye are from beneath, I am from above. Ye are of this world, I am not of this world. I said therefore unto you that you shall die in your sins, for if you believe not that I am he, ye shall die in your sins. Then said they unto him, Who art thou? And Yeshua said unto them, Even the same that I said unto you from the beginning. I have many things to say and to judge of you, but he that sent me is true, and I speak to the world those things which I have heard of him.
So even Christ even is letting you know he was that light in the beginning. He was there in the beginning when the Most High spoke him into existence. Let there be light. Okay? That's what he's telling you right now. And some of y'all Christians that take out and say, no, see, that's God. He's God. It says he knew you from the beginning. But wait a second. What did Christ just say in that last verse? Read that again.
Verse 26.
Yeah, 26.
26?
Yeah.
I have many things to say to you and to judge of you. But he that sent me is true.
But he that sent me is true. So once again, he's letting you know right here that he's not God. So stop cherry picking these things, Christians. Go ahead.
And I speak of to the world those things which I have heard of him. They understood not that he spake to them of the Father. Then say Yeshua unto them, when ye have lifted up the Son of Man, then shall you know that I am he, and that I do nothing of myself, but as my Father hath taught me, I speak these things.
And it doesn't mean to glorify Jesus as God, to worship him. It's talking about when they lift him up on that dang wooden cross, the tree. This is what he's speaking of. But go ahead.
Verse 29. And he that sent me is with me, and the Father hath not left me alone. For I do always those things that please him. As he spake these words, many believed on him. Then it said Yeshua to those Jews which believed on him, if you continue in my word, then ye are my disciples indeed. And ye know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
There you go. He's letting you know right now, man. Once again, if he's a made-up character, still, the fact of the matter is, I give glory to the Most High. I praise up the Most High. And him only. I don't worship anything else in this earth. Okay? Jump to verse 48 and 59. Same chapter.
John, the 8th chapter, verse 48. And it reads, Then answered the Jews and said unto him, Say we not well that thou art a Samaritan and hast a devil? Yeshua answered, I have not a devil, but I honor my Father, and ye do dishonor me. And I seek not my own glory. There is one that seeketh the judgment. Verily, I say unto you, if a man keep my sayings, he shall never see death. Then said the Jews unto him, Now we know that thou hast a devil. Abraham is dead, and the prophets, and thou said, if a man keep my saying, ye shall never taste of death. Art thou greater than our father Abraham, which is dead, and the prophets are dead, whom makest thou thyself? Yes, I answer. If I honor myself, my honor is nothing. It is my Father that honoreth me, of whom ye say that he is your God.
So the Most High is not sharing his glory with his son. Okay? Let's get that right out the bat. And like I said, we're going to hit this soon. We're going to hit that prayer about the glory stuff. Okay? But go ahead.
Verse 55. Yet ye have not known him, but I know him. And if I should say, I know him not, I shall be a liar like unto you. But I know him, and keep his saying. Your father Abraham rejoiced to see me my day. And he saw it, and was glad. Then said the Jews unto him, Thou art not yet 50 years old, and hast thou seen Abraham? Yeshua said unto them, Verily, verily, I say unto you, before Abraham was, I am. Then took they up stones to cast at him. Isaiah hid himself, and went out of the temple, going through the midst of them, and so passed by.
So yeah, he had to bounce because y'all was about to stone him, and y'all don't even know you're stoning him out of ignorance. And once again, why would you stone this man? What blasphemy has he said? What law has he broken when he says, I knew you before even Abraham was? I knew him before Abraham was.
You know, and the question becomes, was it out of ignorance, or was it out of they're going to take our authority from us?
Mm-hmm.
It could have been out of ignorance, but it don't seem to be the case.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead.
In verse 47, it says, He that is of God heareth God's words. Ye therefore hear them not, because ye are not of God.
Right. And that's what he's letting them know right there, because they're too busy. They're trapped up with the pride, the stubbornness, the stiff neck, all this stuff. They don't want to hear it because once again, they're going to lose their position. That's why Herod the king, the Roman, was trying to kill Christ and stuff because it was threatening his the rulership. It was threatening Rome.
Right.
So this is what they're worried about. And the Romans was allowing these so-called Pharisees to be in power over the people. They were the puppets to keep everybody in order. You know, so that's why they wanted to get rid of him so bad. Because he was speaking the truth. And once again, in the context, it said, how do you know the letters? How does he know these things? You didn't learn from under us? So how does he know these things? And they wanted to deny the fact that, hey, oh, well, a devil must have told you. And then they're calling, not knowingly, they're calling the Most High a devil. So who's the bigger blasphemy? Christ or them? Obviously, it's them.
Quite obviously.
Wow.
Let's jump to chapter 9 and verse 1 through 5.
John the 9th chapter and verse 1. And as Yeshua passed by, he saw a man which was blind from his birth. And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? And Yeshua answered, Neither hath this man sinned nor his parent, but that the works of Ahiah should be made manifest in him. I must work the works of him that sent me, while it is yet day. The night cometh when no man can work. As long as I am in the world, I am the light of the world. Verse 5. That's it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, we got basically this whole chapter. Yeah, it's the whole chapter. Salakia. Yeah. I'm going to prove a point in this one, too.
I'll go back to verse 5. As long as I am in the world, I am the light of the world.
So Christ even said, I am the light of the world. That same light in the beginning. Go ahead.
When he had thus spoken, he spat on the ground and made clay of the spittle, and he anointed the eyes of the blind man with the clay. And he said unto him, Go, wash in the pool of Siloam, which is by the interpretation sent. He went his way therefore and washed and came seeing. The neighbors therefore, and they which had before had seen him that he was blind, said, Is not this he that sat and begged? Some said, This is he. Others said, He is like him. But he said, I am he. Therefore said they unto him, Who are thine eyes open? And he answered and said, A man that is called Yeshua made clay and anointed my eyes, and said to me, Go wash in the pool of Siloam. And wash. Go to the pool of Siloam and wash. And I went and washed, and I received my sight, and I received sight. Then said they unto him, Where is he? He said, I know not. They brought to the Pharisees him aforetime blind. And it was the Sabbath day, and Yeshua made the clay and opened his eyes. Then again the Pharisee also asked him how he had received his sight. He said unto them, He put clay upon my eyes, and I washed, and do see. Therefore said some of the Pharisees, This man is not of God, because he keepeth not the Sabbath. Others said, How can a man that is a sinner do such miracles? And there was a division among them.
Stop right there for a second. So, show me where Yeshua got paid, where Jesus got paid for making his man's eyes, for making the man see again, the blind man see again. Where's the payment that he received for doing so?
Okay.
On the Sabbath day. I'm waiting. Show it to me. 6 days thou shalt work, but on the Sabbath day you shall rest from all your works and doings and things. Or, excuse me, works. Alright? So show me the servile pay that he got from that. If you can't show it in things like that, then you don't know what you're talking about. So he didn't break the Sabbath. And just like the priesthood, they was always breaking the Sabbath. They had to do the works on the Shabbat, on the Shabbat. Okay? But go ahead, Elder.
Verse 17. They say unto the blind man again, What sayest thou of him that he hath opened thine eyes? He said, He is a prophet. But the Jews did not believe concerning him that he had been blind and received his sight, until they called the parents of him that had received his sight. And they asked him, saying, Is this your son, whom ye say was born blind? How then does he now see? His parents answered and said, We know that this is our son, and that he was born blind. But by what means he now seeth, we know not. Or who hath opened his eyes, we know not. He is of age, ask him. He shall speak for himself.
He a grown man. Why y'all coming to me like he's some child and stuff? Go ask him. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 22. These words spake his parents because they feared the Jews. For the Jews had agreed already that if any man did confess that he was Christ, he should be put out of the synagogue. Therefore, said his parents, He is of age, ask him. Then again called they the man that was blind, and said unto him, Give God the praise. We know that this man is a sinner. He answered and said, Whether he be a sinner or no, I know not. One thing I know, that whereas I was blind, now I see.
So whatever, hey, if he a sinner or not, all I know is this man made me see. Okay?
I'm good.
That's something we wouldn't say. Man.
I'm good.
But let's keep reading now.
Verse 26. Then said they unto him again, What did he to thee? How opened he thine eyes? He answered them, I have told you already, and ye did not hear. Wherefore would ye hear it again? Will ye also be his disciples? And they reviled him and said, Thou art his disciple, but we are Moses' disciples. We know that God spoke unto Moses. As for this fellow, we know not from which he is. The man answered and said unto them, Why herein is a marvelous thing, that ye know not from which he is, and yet he hath opened mine eyes. Now we know that the Most High heareth not sinners, but if any man be a worshipper of the Most High, and doeth his will, him he hears. Since the world began, was it not here that any man opened the eyes of one that was born blind? If this man were not of the Most High, he could do nothing. They answered and said unto him, Thou wast altogether born in sins, and dost thou teach us? They cast him out.
Look at that. Got mad because they get mad at this blind man because they're the ones that taught him these things, and now he's bringing it back to them. And now they want to kick him out because you're kicking me out because you taught me these things to say and to remember these things according to Moses. Now I'm telling you this. Now you're mad and stuff. They couldn't stand the truth. The truth is a hard pill to swallow. That's a lot of y'all is doing today in Israel. But continue, Elder.
Verse 35. Yeshua heard that they had cast him out, and when he had found him, he said unto him, Dost thou believe on the Son of Ahiah?
Yeshua said, Jesus said, do you believe on me, the Son of God? How is he God again? Okay, go ahead.
He answered and said, Who is he, Lord, that I might believe on him? And Yeshua said unto him, Thou hast both seen him, and it is he that talketh with thee. And he said, Lord, believe. And he worshipped him.
Wait a second. Wait, see? Christ got to be God because this man worshipped him. So, let me ask you something real quick. Go to Daniel's 2:46. Chapter 2, verse 46. Hold that and go to Daniel's 2:46. You already know where I'm going at.
Know where it is.
I was waiting for this one. Straight up, I'm finna, man. All right. And once again, you guys need to know the Hebrew. You need to know the Greek, the Aramaic, whatever. All right. The context this is used in. Okay. So Daniel's chapter 2 and verse 46.
The book of Daniel, chapter 2 and verse 36. Then the king Nebuchadnezzar fell on his face and worshipped Daniel.
And did what?
Then the king Nebuchadnezzar fell on his face and worshipped Daniel, and commanded that they should offer an oblation and sweet odors unto him.
So is Daniel God now? He didn't stop King Nebuchadnezzar from worshiping him. Since y'all like to say, well, Jesus didn't stop the blind man from worshiping him. Peter did. When Cornelius fell onto his feet and wanted to worship Peter, he said, "No, but I'm nothing but a man."
Mm-hmm.
So why didn't Daniel say this to the king that was ruling all of Israel? Why didn't he say, "No, don't worship me. Worship the one that sent me"? So I guess Daniel is God now too. So now I should worship Daniel. In Daniel's name we praise. Amen. Should we start saying that now? Should we start saying Ahaya Bahashim Daniel, so forth and so on? Should I start saying that?
Daniel something.
I'm just saying.
Let's look at verse 37.
You guys ain't even understanding this because it's not in the context.
Let's look at verse
It's about
37.
giving reverence, credit.
Right.
Thank you for doing all praise and blessing, glory to the Most High for this miracle coming on to me to allow me to see. And thank you, my brother, for doing his will.
There you go.
That's reverence. Go ahead, El.
In verse 47. And the king answered to Daniel and said, "Of a truth it is that your God is the God of gods and the Lord of kings and the revealer of secrets, seeing thou couldst reveal this secret."
See? And then, just to back this up, just to give some understanding about what I'm talking about, go to Proverbs 27 and verse 1 through 2. Just about giving credit where credit is due. It's a worship, not pedestaling him saying, "You are God, the Almighty." No. Okay? Y'all Christians better learn this. And even so-called Islamic and non-Messianics as well. Go ahead.
Proverbs 27 chapter verse 1.
Yep, through 2.
Boast not thyself of tomorrow, for thou knowest not what a day may bring forth. Let another man praise thee, and not thine own mouth, a stranger, and not thine own lips.
Not thine own mouth. Don't praise up thy own mouth. Well, I mean, don't praise yourself up with your own lips. Let others praise you. Isn't that worshiping? This is from the most knowledgeable man before Christ was even on the scene, Solomon. So what did that blind man do? What did he say before he even worshipped Christ? He said that this man is a prophet. And he does not do the will of himself. He's doing the will of the Most High. Okay? And he was cast out for that. So he was giving thanks to the brethren, the king of the earth, the prince of the heavens, Yeshaya. That's what he was doing. Finish that out and back in John. Because I think there was one more.
Okay. 37.
Yes, sir.
37, verse 37. In John, the 9th chapter. And it says, And Yeshua said unto him, Thou hast both seen him, and it is he that talketh with thee. And he said, Lord, I believe, and he worshipped him.
And Salakia, the word Lord there, when you read in Psalms where it says, when David said, who is your Lord, and things like that, just on the English, there's capital L-O-R-D. It's all capitals. That's the Most High. The capital L, lowercase O-R-D, that's Christ. And guess what? The non-capital L-O-R-D is Lord for the King. This one is speaking right here is telling you he's the King. So when you see Lord, you would read it and it says, and he said, King, I believe, and he would worship him. Okay? But go ahead, Elder.
Verse 39. And Yeshua said, For judgment I am coming to this world, that they which see not might see, and that they which see might be made blind. And some of the Pharisees which were with him heard these words and said unto him, Are we blind also? Yeshua said to them, If you were blind, ye should have no sin. But now we say, we see, therefore your sin remaineth.
See?
Know it all.
Bam. Right there. So, we're going to end it here, y'all. And we'll pick up in John 10 and 24 through 33 on the next one. So, once again, I mean, these are strong points here that's shown to prove that Christ never said he was God. He never made himself equal with the Most High. The dang Pharisees said that. So stop that. I just read it to you. There shouldn't be no more arguments. I shouldn't be getting no more phone calls talking about, well, it says this right here, and this, that, and the other. And a lot of y'all don't even, and I got to say this. Islam, y'all need to study the Torah. Your book tells you to study the Torah. Non-Messianics, if you don't know all the law, statute, commandments, and things like that, and you haven't studied and you claim you've been going on with this since day one and stuff, I'm going to call you in on it. You need to know what you're talking about, period. That's why you keep making these discussions and these debates and things, because you don't know the book. Plain and simple. I'm not finna go into a debate. That's like me going to a science class trying to say some things that I don't even know what I'm talking about. And I'm trying to say, well, you take the neutron and then the atom and then this and then that, and they're gonna be like, dude, you right.
And it causes a miraculous activity.
Right, and it causes this and that and the other. Them scientists gonna look at me like, dude, don't you know you just made a bomb and you blew yourself up mixing those two chemicals? Like, dude, he's an idiot.
Put some Windex on.
I'm just saying, though, this is the same thing. Come on, man. But anyways,
Windex is good for
I'm Brother Ezekiel.
Brother Chris.
And I hope you guys got some more jewels and some more understanding and stuff. We'll come back to you, be the Most High's will, next time. So I'm saying shalom to Yeshua Allah and the world.
Shalom.
Shalom, Israel.